we are kicking things off with the Silveroller. They are gearing up for their third year at the Hella Rock Festival in Coventry, and we have the inside scoop on what's new with this dynamic band. We dive into how Silveroller is evolving since last year, exploring the changes in their sound and the incredible journey they've taken together as they prepare for the big stage. Curry and Joan Jett continues to shape rock music and influence generations of female artists today. And finally, we turn to a shocking incident involving an endangered species. We look at the case of Igor Mikhailovich Litvinchuk, who was arrested for allegedly throwing a rock at an endangered Hawaiian monk seal, and hear the defense strategy from his attorney. Stay with us for all the latest news updates. Silveroller provides an exclusive interview for the Moshville Times ahead of the Hella Rock Festival in Coventry in 2026, detailing the band's history, musical philosophy, and upcoming projects. The band, Silveroller, has been performing together since 2023, featuring a lineup composed of members from various locations including Liverpool, Stockton, Chesterfield, and Sao Paulo. The band's name, Silveroller, was inspired by brainstorming ideas, with the word silver emerging from discussions related to Western themes. Regarding their sound, Silveroller describes themselves as a feel band, prioritizing genuine feeling over studio perfection, famously eschewing click tracks and tape recordings in favor of a live, 5-person performance. They emphasize delivering honest, raw energy on stage, aiming for a connection with the audience rather than just merchandise sales. The band is currently intensely focused on recording their debut full-length album, which resulted from an intense 9-day writing lock-in. They are excited to integrate new material into their setlist for the festival, alongside tracks from their existing EP. Silveroller expressed anticipation for seeing fellow acts, specifically mentioning Craig from Tailgunner and the Crobot Boys. When discussing their live experience, the band recounted a wild incident at a previous festival where security intervened following an attempt by a person to grab the lead singer's shirt and another attempting to place him on their shoulders, with a member being crowd-surfed out of the door. For pre-show preparation, the band favors herbal tea over alcohol, reflecting a commitment to high-quality, genuine performances for their paying audience. The Hella Rock Festival 2026 is scheduled for September 5th at the HMV Empire in Coventry, with tickets available for purchase. Scholar Rock announced on May 15, 2026, the granting of inducement equity awards to 6 new employees, in line with NASDAQ listing Rule 5635C. 4. The company awarded an aggregate of 38,481 shares of common stock, comprising inducement stock options totaling 12,061 shares, and inducement restricted stock units amounting to 26,420 shares. The awards are governed by Scholar Rock's 2022 Inducement Equity Plan, which permits the granting of equity to individuals who are not prior employees or who have completed a bona fide period of non-employment, serving as an inducement for entering employment. Details for the inducement stock options indicate an exercise price of $48.35, matching the closing price of Scholar Rock's common stock on May 11, 2026. Vesting for these options is structured with 25% vesting on the first anniversary of the start date, followed by 12 equal quarterly installments of the remaining 75%. Inducement restricted stock units will vest in 4 equal annual installments. All vesting schedules are contingent upon the employee's continued service with the company through the applicable vesting date. Scholar Rock is a late-stage biopharmaceutical company dedicated to developing and commercializing apitegromab for children and adults with spinal muscular atrophy, SMA, and other severe neuromuscular diseases. The company leverages a proprietary platform focused on myostatin biology to create novel monoclonal antibodies. The Runaways celebrated a major milestone this week, marking the 50th anniversary of their groundbreaking 1976 debut album. Released on May 17, 1976 through Mercury Records, the album captured a pivotal moment in hard rock history, introducing a lineup of teenage women, including Cherie Currie, Joan Jett, Lita Ford, Jackie Fox, and Sandy West, who fused glam rock, proto-punk, and heavy rock influences. At the time of release, the band navigated an industry landscape where women in hard rock were often relegated to novelty status. Managed and produced by Kim Fowley, the record established itself as a formative release for future female rock artists. The album's enduring legacy is intrinsically linked to its opening track, Cherry Bomb. This song quickly became the band's signature hit and a defining hard rock single of the 1970s. Accounts suggest the track originated during Currie's audition. Jett and Fowley swiftly assembled it, capitalizing on the pronunciation of Currie's first name. Cherry Bomb transcended its initial cult status, permeating mainstream culture. It was recognized by VH1 as one of its 100 greatest hard rock songs in 2009, and appeared in films such as Dazed and Confused and Guardians of the Galaxy, further cementing its reach across generations. While the album did not achieve immediate blockbuster success in the U.S., peaking modestly at number 194 on the Billboard 200, it performed more strongly in Australia. Critical reception initially focused on the band members' image, but retrospective analysis has significantly elevated its standing. Later reviews lauded the chemistry between the members and recognized the raw production as a precursor to punk and riot grrrl movements, positioning the Runaways as an early blueprint for women in male-dominated rock spaces. The recording sessions, captured at Fidelity Recorders in March 1976, yielded an unpolished sound reflecting the urgency of the Los Angeles scene. The tracklist featured originals like You Drive Me Wild, Blackmail, and American Nights, alongside a cover of Lou Reed's Rock and Roll. The Runaways' story received renewed mainstream attention in 2010 with the feature film The Runaways, starring Dakota Fanning and Kristen Stewart, which reintroduced key tracks to new audiences. Despite ongoing discussions regarding management practices, the music itself remains a significant document of mid-1970s rock. 50 years later, the Runaways stand as a foundational record, with Cherry Bomb remaining deeply embedded in popular culture across film, gaming, and music history. An attorney for a businessman accused of harassing an endangered Hawaiian monk seal has publicly defended his client, claiming the act was intended to protect sea turtles rather than injure the marine mammal. Igor Mikhailovich Litvinchuk, 38, of Covington, Washington, faces federal charges stemming from an incident where he was accused of throwing a rock at the head of an endangered Hawaiian monk seal on May 5, 2026. The incident gained significant public attention after a video captured the event circulated online, sparking widespread outrage. Litvinchuk was arrested near Seattle and charged by the Department of Justice with harassing and attempting to harass an endangered animal, violating the Endangered Species Act and the Marine Mammal Protection Act. If convicted, he could face up to 1 year in prison for each charge, along with substantial fines. Litvinchuk's attorney, Miles Brainer, strongly contested the allegations that his client intended to harm the seal. Brainer stated to KHON-TV News that Litvinchuk believed he was protecting sea turtles, or hanu, resting on shoreline rocks. He explained that Litvinchuk reportedly wanted to scare the seal away from the turtles, noting that one turtle had already been knocked off a rock by the seal. Brainer also suggested that his client's actions were influenced by prior experiences with aggressive sea lions while fishing in Washington state, noting that sea lions are aggressive and take bait and fish. Prosecutors indicated that a viral video and witness accounts were instrumental in leading to the charges. The complaint alleged that Litvinchuk told witnesses he was rich enough to pay the fines, a characterization that Brainer disputed, clarifying that the statement was, "I can afford it." Brainer further clarified that while his client recognizes making a bad decision, it was not based on an intent to injure the animal. He also pushed back against reports claiming Litvinchuk made racist comments, stating that any misinterpretation of his words was inaccurate.